Hello everybody, this is Deanna with Food Bank Beautiful, and I just got back from the food bank and now I have to haul it all into the house, and I wish I had some muscles, but I don't. I have Flabby. Flabby doesn't lift bags of groceries. Anyway, let me get this unloaded and on my counter, and I will bring you back and we'll go through it, and then I think I'm going to cook some things tonight. A, because I'm in the mood. B, I don't want to cook tomorrow or the next day. And C, I feel like I'm not going to sleep well tonight, so I might as well just cook. Plus, my house is spotlessly clean, so life is good, people. All right, give me a few minutes. Okay, my friends, I got this unloaded, and I'm just going to show you right here because it is ridiculous. I have this counter. I had to put some overflow over here. Ignore that dirty sink of dishes. I had to put some overflow over here and a little bit of overflow over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through this and then we will see what we're going to do. Now I don't know how good my lighting will be, but we'll work on it. So I got another, I think this is 2 pounds. 2 pounds of salad shrimp. I still have half a bag in the freezer, but at my food pantry, the meat, they just give you a bag and you get what you get. So the only thing I can do is request no pork. But anyway, so I've got this again. I was very happy to get 2 pie crusts. I love to make quiche. Over here, I have 2 pre-frozen items. One is a fajita beef steak mix. Grandma and I will make that one night. And then this is a, I don't know what they called it. Beef cube steak tenderized, blade tenderized. All right, so I've never cooked that before, so that'll be an adventure. We have a real thing of buttermilk. I have plans for that. I hope I remember to tell you. I have a half gallon of 2% milk. The best buy date is February 26th. I have this. I have never seen this before. Australian ginger beer called Bundaberg. I love ginger beer, so I'm very excited to see that. We'll see how it goes. I might just put it away somewhere, and then when my husband gets home, we'll share them. Over here, I have, I think it's about, it feels heavier than a pound, but we'll just call it a pound of boneless, skinless chicken breasts. This is one of my favorite things. This is a bag of blueberries, and I love to make my husband lemon blueberry bread, and then sometimes I make blueberry lemonade concentrate. So we will see. I can't see offhand how many pounds it is. 2.5 pounds. Okay. Over here are 2 simple ingredient yogurt, and I think they called it Icelandic raspberry. Icelandic for yogurt. Never had that brand. Over here is Trader Joe's. This is mango and peach. We have 3 cubes of real butter, and I have a quart of whole milk. I hope you guys can remind me. I want to talk about that too. 2 pounds of cheese, 2 loaves of French bread. I'm very excited about that. A little baggie full of the French roast coffee. I have, last week I was telling you I don't like cream soups, but I want to make a tater tot casserole somewhere in the future, so I'm okay with that can right there. 2 cans of chicken, 2 cans of diced tomatoes, and I think I told you guys I never buy that, but I am very agreeable to having 2 cans in my cupboard. Now, I wouldn't ever want more than 2 cans at a time, but there it is. And this, you guys, brioche milk rolls, chocolate chip. Tonight, if I have the energy, we're going to make a French toast casserole using those loaves. I hope we do because I want it for breakfast tomorrow. All right, we have a 16-ounce bag of penne rigate. I love that. Look at this, chunky peanut butter. Ooh, the gods are smiling upon me. I love that. I don't see chunky hardly ever. We have a butter-flavored bag of popcorn. Its best by date was in December. So we'll open it up, and if it's yummy, we'll eat it. And if it's not, if it's stale, I will feed it to my birds. I have a bag of milk chocolate chips. I'm going to bake some cookies. I have a bag of raisins. Very nice. I have a box of pancake mix. I want to use that pancake mix and my buttermilk and make pancakes and put them in my freezer. I have a gingerbread breakfast cookie. I have a package of milk chocolate Lindor truffles. I have a can of mixed fruit. I have 2 cans of Veg-All. I've decided I'm in love with those cans. Those make me happy. I have a little piece of very hard cheese. And I think it's called Manchego, and I think I got little cubes of it last time. I could be wrong. I'll have to look and see, but I think that's sheep milk. Please correct me, you guys, if I'm wrong, but look at the price on that, $21.99. There's no way I would buy that. Back here is some Candy Dreams grapes. I sampled one. They are super sweet. I have 2 packages of spinach that looks really good. Really good. Then let's look at this produce. Now, before I show you the produce, here, I'll put you on these oranges because they're pretty. Sometimes you get produce that's a little bit on the rough side. Do the best you can. Okay? Just do the best you can. You don't have any control over it. Do the best you can. But this is what I got. I got a little baby watermelon, and it's in rough shape. But I am going to cut this watermelon tonight, down here somewhere, and then I'm going to put it into chunks and set it aside for Grandma. She loves watermelon. I do not like watermelon. These little baby mandarins are beautiful. With these, I'm almost out of my vanilla candied oranges that I can, so I'll be using those for that. I'll bring you along if I can. Some gorgeous oranges that I will have for Grandma and I to eat fresh. Some really rough lettuce, people. Very rough lettuce. That's okay. I'm going to put it in the sink in cold water. I'm going to clean it up. I'm going to paper towel it, stick it in a Tupperware, and it's going to be delicious. I have 2 squashes. I think they're called carnival squash. I'm thinking that they're got to be pretty similar to an acorn. So I'm going to want to roast those. That'll be so yummy. 3 nice apples called piñata apple. 3 grapefruit. I don't eat grapefruit, but Grandma does. And I might take the peels off of that and make candied grapefruit and then make some biscotti for my husband using that. Now I got some pears. And our little pears, they're in need of some love. That one's really hard. This one I'm going to cut up. If I can't save it, I'll feed it to my chickens. Got these 2 pears. They feel a little bit hard, and they've also got some spots on them. I'll cut them up and see what I can do with them. And then I got these. I've never seen these before. At first I thought they were frozen and then pulled out of like a freezer, but they feel really nice and firm. I don't know if they came out of somebody's orchard or what, but does anybody know what kind of apple that is? Okay, so got those. Now let's go over to my first overflow counter. I have a piece of, I think it's pumpkin bread, and I'm going to give that to Grandma for breakfast in the morning. Also, there is I think this is If this is chocolate chip, I'll give it to Grandma. If it's raisin, I'll eat it because she doesn't like raisins. And then she can also have this Danish. I have a bag of stuffing, Mrs. Cubison's. That's my favorite brand of stuffing when I do buy it, so I'm happy to get that. Those of you who know me know I love this, right? 1% shelf-stable milk, good until October of 2024. I really wanted a cabbage, you guys, so I'm so happy to get that. I have a beautiful cauliflower. It looks like it's in pretty good shape. It looks like it's spotted here, but really it's not. It's very firm and gorgeous. 2 little cups of applesauce. I'll throw those in the freezer and then I'll use them when I want to bake. Everybody gets these, right? 2 pounds of roasted almonds. Please tell me what you guys are doing with yours. I find myself having more than I can gently use. And some laundry soap. That's a bonus, you guys. A baggie of what looks to be wild rice mix. I'm very happy with that. Now, I'm not going to show you my sink. We're just going to bypass it, although the rest of my house is pretty clean. 3 bags of Josefina tortilla chips. A little package of corn tortillas, so I'm going to make some street tacos. A box of, I think they're like multi-grain squares, so like Chex or something like that. Pretty good sized bag of elbow macaroni, 2 pounds it says. I have some little rolls here. If I have room in my freezer, I will toss those in my freezer. And then we have garbanzo beans, cream of mushroom soup, green beans, and whole berry cranberry sauce. So that looks good. And then last but not least, we have what's over here. I have 2 pounds of ground beef. One is 85%, and then this one is called a beef patty mix. And it looks like it has beef, water, textured soy, and flour. So, I don't love that necessarily, but I believe I will mix it with a regular ground beef and I will make meatballs. And I think that once I make the meatballs, you'll never know that it has soy textured stuff in it. Anyway, I'll probably bring you along and we'll try that together because that's a new one for me. And then I was so happy to get this. This is I believe a 2 pound bag of the dried red tart cherries, and I love to make my husband cherry bread with this. Or I stew them sometimes and give them to Grandma. So that is the extent of my haul today. And I'll just pan around one more time. I think my kitchen's clean enough that I won't be mortified. When my middle daughter was a little girl, she had a is it called American Girl doll? And she loved it so much. And then she decided she was going to name her daughters Josephina. She did not. Which is really too bad because I love that name, Josephina. All right, so cereal, I'm going to make some mac and cheese, guys. I'm going to use the Pioneer Woman's recipe. I've been using it for probably 15 years. Well, I'll bring you along for that if I can. Skip over that. I don't know why that looks so dirty. It's got a blue plate in the bottom. Okay, and that's it. So, what do you think? If this had been your haul, would you have been happy with it? Do you have ideas about what you would make with this? Please feel free to leave me comments and tell me what you think. I am going to cook tonight, so I'll probably bring you guys along. Those of you who only like the haul part, we got it out of the way up front. Those of you who want to stay for any cooking disasters, that's going to be pretty entertaining. I'll bring you along and you can stay as long as you want. All right, let me put this away and see what I'm going to do next. Okay, so tonight we are going to do 3 unsexy things in the kitchen. And then we're going to do one thing that I think is going to be fabulous. Ooh, my cheeks are turning a little pink here. So the unsexy jobs that we're going to do before we do the fun thing is I'm going to clean up those 3 heads of lettuce. I'm going to clean up that watermelon so Grandma can have it in the next couple days. And then I'm going to make sure my grapes are all good. I'm going to put those in a separate container. Now, I'm going to do that because they're in a little bit of rough condition and I want to make sure that I get the most out of them. So I'm going to get those done first, because if I do this project first, I'm not going to want to come back to that. So if you don't like that part, you just fast forward through it. If I was a classy, educated, smart girl, I could give you a timestamp, but I think that is beyond my skill level. Now, the next thing we're going to do, it's pretty sexy, people. All right. So if you have a great spouse or partner, or you have somebody that you want to be your spouse or your partner, I want you to make him this dish. Now, I made this for my husband many, many years ago, way before he was my husband, and I'm just saying, boy put a ring on it. So that's all I'm saying, okay? So we're going to adapt the recipe that I have used in the past. And actually, we are going to adapt it because I can't find it on my phone. I can't remember what it's called. I thought it was like Martha Stewart's Christmas French toast casserole, but I can't find anything that looks like what I used to make. So we're just going to make Deanna's French toast casserole, and we're going to have some fun. So stay with me. We'll get through the uglies. Then I will bring you back, and we're going to make French toast, and then we're going to eat it for breakfast tomorrow. Sound good? All right, hang in there. Oh, I'm back. I wanted to tell you guys one more thing. I was able to go through and read, I think, all of your comments the last couple of days, and they have been absolutely lovely. So thank you. You guys are so nice. You're too kind. I appreciate it. Oh, yeah. I thought my camera died. 2 of your comments absolutely left me in stitches. So the first one was, one of you wrote, and I'm not quoting, but I'm close, Deanna, it is a best by date, okay? It's a best by date. It's not a due date. None of your groceries are going to give birth on your kitchen counter. Honey, it's a best by date. All right, so there are 2 things you may hear collaterally noise-wise. The first, Eloise and Betty Jan are in their little kennel and they are not happy, so you're going to be hearing them. Back here is Grandma. She just finished eating her dinner, and if she needs me while we're cooking, you guys know how it works. I will go to Grandma and I will come back to you guys. All right, so sometimes Grandma, sometimes she will photobomb a taping, and so sometimes she'll call me, or she'll do whatever, and that's fine. I am so absolutely okay with that. And if it bothers you, then you have to go watch one of the girls who don't have the cutest little grandma in the whole world back in her bedroom. Okay, so my phone died, and so I did all this work without you, so you guys got out of it. Okay, I did it for you. This is the unsexy stuff. So you can see here, I peeled and chunked the watermelon, and then I washed and picked through my grapes. Actually, those are in pretty good condition. I was very pleased with those. All right. Then I got the lettuce done. Looks nice now, right? You'd never know it was as rough as it was. And then look what my chickens got. Look what they're going to get tomorrow. I tell you what, people, I am using food for bribery. My grandmother, my husband, he's not here, but you get the idea. And my chickens, my big chickens, are going to get this. Okay. Okay, I'm going to bring you along for this just because, you have to see this. These lids some of them will go on so easy and some of them just will not. It's like a fight to the bitter end. Ah, there we go. Oh, okay. Let me go get the other lid. You shouldn't have to fight with your Tupperware. Let's see if this one will go on easy. Yeah, it did. All right, I'm going to run these to my outside refrigerator, and I'll be back, and we're going to start our our recipe. Okay, and it's actually Valentine's Day today, so you know, why not make your man or your woman or your partner or your friend or, you know, who's ever special in your life this breakfast and see what you think. You made it this far. All right. All right. Let's see what we can do. Now, when I made this recipe before, right up until tonight, I have always made it using just regular brioche bread or rolls or whatever I found along those lines. But tonight, I am going to be using these brioche milk roll chocolate chip. Okay? Now, I don't know if we'll use them all. I'm going to fill this size pan. And again, it's Grandma and I. And those 8 pounds I've been complaining about, they haven't gone anywhere. They're right here. So we're gonna make, I'm not gonna use a recipe. We're gonna wing it. It's gonna be beautiful. So I am going to make I'm gonna cube this up. Calls for heavy whipping cream or half and half is what I recall in my recipe. I don't have that, but I do have whole milk, and we're gonna use that. That'll be perfect. We're gonna use eggs. That'll be great. I'm going to put cinnamon in it. I'm going to put vanilla in it. I'm going to chop up some pecans. And then I'm going to use some orange zest. What are you thinking? Pretty good, right? Some melted butter. And then it has a little bit of sugar sprinkled into that, as I recall. Or maybe I don't recall. I don't know. And then I'm going to make sort of like a muffin topping, brown sugar, flour, butter, cinnamon, finely chopped pecans, and we're going to put that over the top of our casserole, and we're going to bake it. So let's do 1 or 2 things at a time, okay? First thing we're going to do is we're going to see how much of this bread we're going to use, and I think I can get the camera down for you to see. For those of you who are new, welcome, welcome. For those of you who are not new, you are so brave. I just love you guys. Here you are again, spending your time with me. So thank you. You know, I don't measure anything. I don't have that kind of patience. And I was going to tell you something else, but it has escaped me. Oh, I know. All right. So we're probably going to have to cook tomorrow because I need to get my cooking out of the way so I don't have to cook all week. And I'll probably videotape that for you guys. I think I'm going to make Pioneer Woman macaroni and cheese. I might make a goulash dish, and I might get those meatballs out of the way. So we'll see. All right, I'll tell you what is food bank and what isn't as we go. We're going to start with these chocolate chip brioche rolls. I squeezed them, and they felt like they were not stale. No, they feel nice. All right, so about how many? You guys see? Here we go. 2, 4, 6. All right, well, I'm going to do 8. Should be plenty. These I'm going to pop in the freezer because Grandma and I will eat these as toast with peanut butter on them when we feel like it. So let me pop those in the freezer. And all we're going to do here is chop these up roughly and put them in this pan. I'm going to get a little bit of butter. Can you hear Eloise and Betty Jan? The reason that they are not allowed to be out over here while I cook is that in the last day or 2, they've discovered how to jump from over there to my cooking surface. And I know what kind of comments I would get from you guys if we had a chicken running around my kitchen space, right? So we're not going to do that. I don't want to do that. You don't want to see that. So it's really a win-win. They're going to chirp though because they hear my voice. And that is just the way it's going to be. So we're greasing this pan. Nice like that. And then I'm just going to give these rolls a rough chop. Let's bring you down here. You could be able to see. Are they cut in half? No. Okay. There's one. These are going to be so good. This orange, zesty chocolate chip bread with all this heavy milk. Heavy milk, is that even a term? Full milk, whole milk? Should be really good. I don't even think we'll be able to tell it's not cream. So, and even if we do, I got 8 pounds that have to go somewhere. Alrighty. Now, after you see this recipe, if you guys make this for your special person, I want to know about it, okay? And then if any of you get engaged over it, then, you know, I want an invitation to the wedding because I'll feel like I'm a part of that. All right. And even if you don't have somebody, you know what? Make it for yourselves. Actually, you deserve it. So if you go and you get items that look like this and you think you can recreate something along these lines, then you do it because you are definitely worth it. Okay, got that in there. I'm going to zest this. Now, if this takes forever, I will turn off the camera and bring you back. Let's see. I washed my orange, by the way, and I've washed my hands. I always wash my hands, everybody. So here we go. And then I think tomorrow, either Grandma or I will eat this orange tomorrow. Oh, it already smells so good. It smells really good. I'm going to put a lot of orange in it. When I was looking for my recipe, I saw some just regular French toast recipes where they used Grand Marnier. Am I pronouncing that right? The orange liqueur. And that sounded really good too, but I don't have orange liqueur in my house. So we're just going to use this glorious orange. This orange is a food bank item. So far, the brioche, the orange, food bank. That smells so good. Yummy, people. I'm going to go ahead and get most of it. Okay, that made a pretty fair amount, I think. I'm going to bring it back. I got to get a bowl so I can mix up my eggs and my milk. Okay, because I am winging this, I'm going to try 2 cups first of the whole milk. So there's a half, 1, 1.5, 2. Let's try that. We're going to do, it calls for 8 eggs. I'm going to do 6. 1, 2, in case you want to watch me crack eggs. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Oh, do you remember when I was telling you about the comments and I only told you one of the comments? Let me tell you the other comment because today's a perfect day for that. One of the comments, and I don't remember exact wording, but apparently it was in a video where I had said maybe more than once, "You go, girl," all right? And whoever wrote me the comment said, something like, "I love your hat and your little ponytail, so you go, girl." It was like, I will. and you come with me, okay? Anyway, you guys' comments are so nice. I appreciate it. You're just really too much, actually. Okay, let me go grab something. All right, so I have this ready to go. I need to saran wrap it. I'm going to add a little cinnamon to the top, and then I'm going to make the streusel, which is flour, brown sugar, butter, pecans, a little more cinnamon, maybe some sugar. And then I'm going to put it in a separate container, and I will add that to this in the morning before I bake it. Okay, I'm going to make the streusel topping now. So I'm going to do a half a cup of brown sugar. Actually, I'm going to add a little bit more because when I make muffins, I don't like to have to stop and make the streusel. So I'm going to double it, and then I can have some in my freezer for when I make muffins. So we'll do a cup of flour, cup of brown sugar. My cinnamon I am not going to use. My cinnamon has been missing its lid for forever. And apparently last time I cooked, I took my cumin lid and stuck it on top of my cinnamon, and I am afraid that my cinnamon is going to taste like cumin. So we're going to skip that, but it's going to be okay. So I'm also going to add a little bit of oatmeal. Why not? It's so good. So for the oatmeal, I'm also going to add a cup, because this is just what I'm going to use as I do muffins and things. So there's that. And I think I'm going to make a master muffin mix. I was going to do it the day I made cornbread, but I ran out of steam. Okay, there's that. Let me think. I think we're all right. Going to add some butter, a big fat fair amount of butter. There we go. And some salt, a little bit. And somewhere I have pecans. Where are they? Oh, they're right here. Let me chop some pecans and I'll be right back. Okay, that was what I showed you at first. That's the brown sugar, the flour, and the oatmeal, and some salt. To that, I'm going to add about, I'd say, a cup of chopped pecans. Now, the pecans are mine. I just have a tiny bit left over from my Christmas baking, and I'm going to use most of them here. The flour, sugar, oatmeal, and brown sugar, at least for this dish, was all food bank. Now, when I get through this flour that's in that container, then the flour is mine. And when I get through that brown sugar, then the brown sugar is mine. I have found that brown sugar, flour, and sugar are not common items at the food bank. So you may not get that. That may have to be something that you continue to buy with your weekly grocery allowance. And I'm just going to use my hands. Otherwise, we're going to be here all night. All right. Unless you guys got other things to do, you can watch and come back. But I have to finish it. All right. My hands are going to be right here, but I'm going to go ahead and bring this up so I can talk to you guys while I'm doing it. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to do this and get it all nice and crummy. So that should be good. All right. So now, here's the thing. You guys are watching food bank hauls and you're thinking about going for the first time. I want you to feel empowered and encouraged to do so. All right. If you're watching this or any other food bank haul person who's encouraging you to go to the food bank and you go, I hope that you will come back here and let me know that you did it. I really want to know that you have made a move in that direction, that you survived, that you got some good things, that you got some iffy things like I got tonight that you had to fix. That's okay. That's all right. That's what it's there for. We're just going to do our best with what we have. Now, this is looking really good. Pretty happy with it. And I think I'm ready to show it to you, but now my hands are dirty. So, how many of you have been at least once? Put it in the comments. I've been once. How many of you have been 1 through 5 times? Put I've been at least 5 times. How many of you have been 10 times? How many of you go on a regular basis? All right. I would like to know that. So if you've got the time to give me a comment, I will love to read those. I really do try to respond to everybody, and I think I'm caught up, but if I've missed you, I'll catch it in the next day or two, and I'll get back to you. All right? Okay, we are done. Let me wash my hands, and then we're going to finish up. Okay, whoa, we did it. We did it. Okay, so I have a container about this size of streusel. I will probably only use a cup tomorrow. I might use a cup and a half. We'll see. We don't know. And then I will put the rest in my freezer, and I will use it when I make banana bread or pumpkin muffins, or what did I make the other day and I used this? Oh, apple crisps sometimes. Then I have it right on hand, and it's just easy to use. So tomorrow morning, I will bring you back, and we will bake this, and we will taste it tomorrow morning. When I pull this out of the refrigerator, I'm going to put a little bit of butter on the top of it. Then I'll put the streusel on, and then I'm going to bake it for about a half hour to 45 minutes. And then when we eat it with butter and hot syrup over the top. So I hope that doesn't put me in a diabetic coma. Diabetes is nothing to play with. I do not have diabetes, so I'm certainly not making fun or jest of it, but it is a sweet dish. This is something that you probably will only want to make, you know, maybe for the holidays, maybe Thanksgiving morning, or maybe Christmas morning, or maybe Easter morning. The only reason I'm making it today is because I had most of the ingredients from the food bank, and I got those gorgeous chocolate chip brioche buns, and I don't have room in my freezer to keep those for very long. So using 8 of them here and putting 4 back in the freezer just is what worked for me. So I will probably share this with a couple of other people, and this will be good. All right, so I will see you guys back in the morning, and then tomorrow we're going to do some cooking too at some point. All right, you guys have been great. Thank you so much for watching, and I will find you in the morning. All right. Not early in the morning, people. Not the crack of dawn, people. We're talking like 10 a.m. my time. All right, I'll see ya. Good morning, everybody. It is it is Thursday, February 15th, and this morning I am finishing up a project that I brought you along with yesterday.
Oh, yummy.
That is my grandmother right there, who will photobomb the whole morning, and it will be hilarious. So if you want to stick around for that, you do that. I'm going to flip you around to say hello to Grandma. Then I'm going to get her coffee. Then I'm going to start the breakfast. I'll bring you around for the important parts, and we'll get this day done. Good morning, Grandma.
Good morning.
How are you?
Well, I'm thinking about the chickens.
Okay, Grandma has just gotten out of bed. We've only done half of her morning routine, but she's going to come out here, drink her princess coffee. I'm going to bring her beloved rooster to the back door. Then she likes to watch a squirrel and some other birds, and I'm going to get breakfast ready. But breakfast this morning is going to take about 45 minutes. So
My goodness, I'll be starved.
So Grandma's a little feisty this morning, but she'll be okay. So, Grandma, do you know what you're having for breakfast this morning?
I'm afraid to guess.
Porridge and gruel.
That's what I thought.
Every day, porridge and gruel. I made a French toast casserole out of chocolate chip brioche and orange zest. So, we'll see how it turns out, but no matter how it turns out, it's for breakfast this morning. So, you think you'll be okay?
I'll make it.
All right. I'm going to just take care of Grandma. Then I'm going to make the breakfast. But you'll see and hear Grandma throughout this video. You want to say bye-bye?
Bye-bye.
Okay. I am going to make Grandma a cup of princess coffee. I think you guys have seen this before, but this is something that is non-negotiable. Both Grandma and I are much nicer and lovelier people and are able to face whatever the day brings if we have our princess coffee. It is one of life's little luxuries, and even when things are not going the way you want, you still need a little luxury. So I'm going to pop this camera down and I'm going to show you a cup of princess coffee. All right. So we start out with dark roast coffee. And then we're going to add some, right now Grandma has some white chocolate mocha creamer.
Yummy.
Yummy, she says. And we're going to add about 2 tablespoons. Just like that. Going to give it a little stir. And then we're going to add the whipped cream. Now I'm out of the really good whipped cream that my husband gets me at Costco. So I just have the Walmart brand.
We'll struggle.
Will we make it, Grandma?
We'll make it.
Addie will be home in maybe the middle of April. So we've got...
That's a long time
We've got
off.
8 weeks. 8 weeks with whipped cream and we don't like and sprinkles. We like that whipped cream okay, but the Costco whipped cream is so much better. So this is Grandma's Princess Coffee. And I'm going to give that to her. Then I'm going to go take care of my birds. I'm going to get her settled. And then I'm going to bring you back to finish up that breakfast casserole. Then we're going to eat it for breakfast. And then I'm going to let you guys go for this video. But I am going to do at least 2 other things today. I'm going to make a big batch of meatballs. And I'm going to make Pioneer Woman macaroni and cheese. Grandma loves macaroni and cheese. So she's going to get that. So it's going to be a good day. All right, we'll be back. Okay, Grandma is settled drinking her coffee. Harry's in the yard, so she's watching Harry. And I am now going to put this breakfast in the oven. Yesterday, I realized I didn't show you what the casserole looked like after I added the milk and the eggs mixture. It's not rocket science. I just took those milk and eggs and I poured it all over the brioche. So, something is not right here. Let's fix it. Let me step away from the food.
Oh, here comes Harry.
Is Harry coming along?
Yes, he's right down there at the foot of the steps eating.
All right. Well, he's probably coming up to see you. He's wanted to see you for the last couple of days, Grandma.
Look at him. Look
Okay.
at that gorgeous rooster.
She's going to talk to Harry. So you're going to hear that?
Yum,
And that's just
yum,
going to have to
yum,
be okay,
Harry.
people. That's our life. All right. I want to show you this. This is the brioche. And you can see that it has soaked up a majority of the milk and eggs. Oh my gosh, and the orange in that smells absolutely divine. So I'm going to sprinkle some streusel over the top and we're going to put that in the oven, I'm guessing for about 30 to 35 minutes.
I'll be starved by then.
She thinks she'll be starving. Okay, this is the streusel that we made together yesterday. My hands have been washed. Grandma, did I wash my hands?
Yes.
There we go. All right, Grandma, I will pay you. I will pay you now. You have said the right words.
Yes.
I did wash my hands, people. Especially when I went out to the coop to feed everybody. I can't come in the kitchen and cook with chickeny hands. Well, I
look
could,
at
but
this glorious creature coming
that
out
would
of
just
the
not be
porch.
so right.
Oh, look at him.
All right.
Good morning, Harry.
Say good morning to Harry, Grandma.
Oh,
Now, I need my butter.
Oh, he's so cute.
Do I need to turn the No, here it is.
Oh, look at him. He's eating that cookie.
Yeah, he's eating that seed cake. All right, I'm going to put a little bit of butter on the top, and actually I do think I need more than this.
Oh, what a chicken.
All right, maybe need is the wrong word, people. We're going to call it want. I
Yummy.
want more than this.
What a bird.
I know. I know I've talked about it before, so those of you who are returning, you know that Grandma hand-raised Harry in her room. Once we got here from New Mexico, 2 or 3 days later, I went and got her some baby chicks, and she raised them in her room for about oh, 5, 6, maybe even 7 weeks. And then they have to go outside and live their real lives. So she's very attached to Harry. Harry absolutely loves Grandma. He comes in to see her almost every day. You've seen little video clips. He sits on the bed, and he is really one of the highlights of Grandma's day. We call it enrichment, but we don't know if it's enrichment for Harry or enrichment for Grandma and I, because we love Harry. And then, of course, you know, we're little freaks, and we have Betty, Jan, and Eloise. And I might pull them out while I make some coffee for myself and let this bad boy do its thing. Okay, do you see that, everybody? So I'm going to come back to you in about, I don't know, 30. Oh, did my hair fall out? Oh my God, let me step away.
What?
I keep my hair up out of the way, Grandma, and it just fell out all over the place.
Oh dear.
So let's do it again.
Chicky.
All right, I will see you guys back in about 30 minutes, and then we're going to have some glorious breakfast, okay? All right.
Yay. Ah, it's gone.
Did a squirrel or a bird get it?
Squirrel.
So Gordita came and took the whole seed cookie. Yeah, she does that, and then she runs underneath Addie's workbench.
Is that working?
Yeah, that's what happens. But if you look up on the rail, look at my hand so you see where to look. Right up there on the rail, you'll see another seed cookie.
Oh, there it is.
There it is. So the little birds will come in and eat the other seed cookie. All right, as you can see, I have let these beasts out. That is Betty Jan. She's a chunky monkey, people. Chunky monkey. Come on, Eloise, come down. There's Eloise. So I'm going to go ahead and let them play until I take... No. Oh, my goodness. Betty Jan is sitting on the top of my phone, people. This is exactly why she cannot come out while I'm cooking.
Oh, poor baby.
All right. Okay, we had a little excitement. We set off the fire alarms with a little bit of smoky butter in our oven, but we seem to have recovered, except for Grandma. She's still cold because every single window in the house had to be opened. All right, so here is Grandma's plate. She's got a little bit of watermelon from yesterday. She has a nice slice of the French toast casserole, a little tiny bit of butter on the top. And then I'm going to pour just a little bit of syrup on the top. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut this for Grandma. It's just easier for her to eat if I cut it first. So, oh, it smells delicious. Okay, Grandma, this is really hot. So I want you, even though I'm going to give you the plate, I want you to give it a minute, okay?
Alrighty.
Okay, it is now time to try it. Grandma, how do you like yours?
Yum.
What do you think?
Yum.
2 yums. 2 yums. You guys can just start calling me Julia now, okay? I am now Julia. Okay, so here is my slice on my fine china. These are paper plates left over from Thanksgiving. And I'm going to go ahead and give it a bite for you. Let's see what we think. So first of all, it smells delicious. Grandma, are you getting the orange flavor in yours? The little orange zest?
It's good. I don't know what I'm getting in it, but it's good.
All right. This is pretty warm. Here's my bite, but I don't know how hot it actually is. Okay, I think it's okay. All right, let's see what we think.
That's delicious.
Okay, this is so good. It has like a very soft souffle texture. The orange zest is 100% what makes this. The chocolate chip brioche is delicious.
Mm.
We have more butter than we should, but we're okay. The crunchy on the top is a perfect addition. This is so yummy. I absolutely love it. It's delicious. I am going to sit down and eat it. This will conclude our video for today. There might be one tonight because I am making meatballs and macaroni and cheese. And let me look at my sourdough bread. Probably not my sourdough. I think my kitchen's a little too cold. I don't know if she'll rise enough today for me to start it today. Okay, and that's where we are, people. We have completed our French toast casserole using food bank items. It was super delicious. I hope that when you get something like that, that you can make it yourselves. All right, thanks, you guys. You have a good day. Bye-bye.
Yum.
Yum.